these functions within our program to implement some arbitrary business logic. So, for example, let's say we want to reference the column df and then date, and we want to cast this one into a string type. So we get a string of the date, and now we want to use the function, for example, under collection functions, we have a concat function, which concatenates two columns into a single column. So we call this, we want to reference this column as date as string. And now we want to use date as string, and we want to concat, so we use the concat function. And we have to import the SQL.functions that we saw in the documentation before. So we say functions and then all of them. So for example, we use the concat and we use the date as string, and then we use the lit function, which returns a function for a literal we pass in. So for example, hello world, which is clearly a string. So we can concatenate the date as string with hello world using the concat function. And we store this column transformation in a variable called concat column. And for example, we now don't want to use only the date, but also we want to use the add days to date. So date plus 2, for example. So we use the date column and say we use the function add days. Let me look it up again. So in the date time functions, there is a function date add. That's what it is. That's what we're looking for. So date add. Date add. So we use the column date and we want to add 2 days to them. So each of the dates in our column date will be increased by 2. And now we want to use this date plus 2, which we cast to a string type, and then concatenate it with a literal hello world. And if we use the f.select, and then for reference, we want to use the date column, which it was previously, and then finally the concat column, and we should see how these functions work. So it should be something like that. And if I execute this now, we should see a data frame printed to the console, which has 2 columns. The first one being the date, as it has been read from the CSV file. The second one being the date plus 2 days, concatenated with a hello world string. So we have 1980 12 12, and here we have 1980 12 14, and then the hello world string. And as you can see, we get a pretty ugly column name here, which basically represents the transformation that we have applied to basically arrive at the column. And if we wanted to overcome this one, we can finally add an alias here, for example, and say transform date. So that would add a different label to our column. The other thing I wanted to say is we saw that the values in our column were truncated. And if we look at the show implementation here, or the show method signature, we can see that the first parameter is the end of n. So that's the number of rows we want to print. And the second parameter is a truncate option, which can be a Boolean or an int. So for example, we can set it to true if we want strings to be longer than 20 characters to be truncated, or we can set it to false. So truncate equals false to actually see the entire value in this column. So if I print the result of this again to the console, we should see the entire hello world string being printed there. So here we go. Now we have a different column name, And we also see the entire string, which is the value of the column. Please go ahead in the assignment and play around with some of the functions in the SQL.functions object. You can implement the same example as I did here. Basically, add 2 days to the date. So increase it by 2 days, cast it to a string type, and then concatenate it with a literal string. And then please print the result to the console.